Sin City, the adult playground of the world. The perfect backdrop for a steamy romance between Debbie Flores-Narvaez, a beautiful 31-year-old ambitious showgirl.
She had one of those perfect lives where she was single, pretty, had a lot of good friends.
And 32-year-old Jason Blue Griffin, an equally driven, charismatic dancer.
He was very physically fit, very outgoing, very self-confident, and I think women were attracted to that.
He was a principal dancer in Cirque du Soleil's Beatles tribute, Love at the Mirage. She was a former law student from Baltimore whose star was rising in the hit burlesque show Fantasy at the Luxor Hotel.
She just had the passion, the spirit, you know what I mean, of like wanting to perform.
Matthew Guerrero danced with Debbie professionally. He never met Jason, but he had friends who knew him well.
He was like a nice guy, and they said that he was really cool.
This homemade music video clearly suggests they liked each other a lot. So what could have gone so horribly wrong on a cold December night when Debbie disappeared?
She was very active on the internet and on her phone, and because all of those things stopped immediately after the 12th of December, the missing persons section took the step to involve homicide.
Las Vegas police were on high alert, and Celeste Narvaez was on a mission to find her little sister.
In my mind, hope was very much alive for her. She was pushing me to find her, and I was doing everything I could, no matter what the cost.
Police immediately questioned her boyfriend, Jason Blue Griffin.
He graduated from Juilliard. He's the first, I believe, African-American lead in a Cirque du Soleil show.
For Griffin, a star performer, Las Vegas served as a veritable candy store for his insatiable appetite for women.
He was on a daily basis texting at least 4, 6, sometimes 8 women at a time.
Griffith's incessant womanizing made for a volatile relationship with Debbie, Griffith's own home video capturing one of many heated exchanges.
You knew it was gonna be me when you walked out. They take these sessions out of this.
There were 14 911 calls in a 1-year span.
Yes, how you doing, sir? Good morning. I have a situation at my house.
Griffith had once been arrested for battery on Debbie, but nothing directly linked him to her disappearance, even though he was the last person to see her alive.
Did you kill Debbie? No, I didn't kill Debbie.
During police questioning, Griffith actually pointed the finger at Deborah's ex-boyfriend, whom Deborah once claimed had beaten her.
She was upset that that charge or whatever didn't stick.
4 days after Deborah's disappearance, a possible break in the case.
We did locate the vehicle.
Deborah's maroon Chevy Prism is found 6 miles from her home. It was hidden behind this wall, but it wasn't a random robbery. Her purse was still inside.
A license plate was not attached on the vehicle.
Weeks go by, then the big break. A friend of Jason Griffith's comes forward and tells cops she's been keeping a secret for almost a month. That friend's name? Kaylee Casorso.
Not long after Debbie had gone missing, Callie Casorso had been contacted by Jason Griffith, who told her that he had some items that he needed to move, and could he store some of those things over at her apartment.
Casorso tells cops Griffith arrived at her apartment in a U-Haul truck along with his roommate Louis Colombo.
She recognized Louis Colombo and Jason Griffith in the back of this U-Haul truck, trying to manipulate a large plastic container that she could see was filled with cement.
Casorso demanded to know what was in the storage container. The answer was shocking.
He said, "Debbie's in there."
Casorso was terrified. Debbie's corpse encased in cement in a household plastic container.
She told him to leave and never come back.
What Casorso didn't do was immediately call police.
You failed to call the police, right?
Out of fear.
But once she did, police knew Griffith was their man, and they knew how to get to him through his roommate, childhood friend, Louis Colombo.
We had hoped that maybe Louis Colombo might be the weak link and give us the information that we needed.
Colombo sings like a bird, admitting Griffith and Deborah fought the night of the 12th, And yes, Griffith strangled Debbie so she couldn't call the cops. Griffith convinced Colombo to help him get rid of the body.
Mr. Colombo's a little down on his luck. Jason had done things for Mr. Colombo that Mr. Colombo felt like he owed him.
But what happens next plays out like a horror movie. Griffith and Colombo take Debbie's body, already buried in cement, to an abandoned house.
The information about the house was given to them by another girlfriend of Jason Griffith. Louis told us that they knew it was going to be empty until it was foreclosed on.
But once they get there, they've got a new problem.
There's fluid leaking out of the bottom of this container.
Griffith borrows a scene from his favorite TV show.
This is kind of where the Dexter factor comes into it. They went and got tools, a sledgehammer, a saw, cleaning items, chemicals used to try and mask the smell.
This surveillance video actually captures Griffith peeking out the container for Debbie's body. Once he leaves the store, Debbie's cold-blooded boyfriend does the unimaginable. He digs her dead body out of the cement and then starts hacking it into pieces.
Louis told us that he used this hammer to break the cement up to now take Debbie's body back out of this container.
Debbie's now dismembered body is placed in 2 cement-filled tubs, stacked on top of each other and hidden in a bedroom closet.
Louis Colombo returned with a can of spray foam insulation, and he used it to seal the gaps around the door of the closet.
And there, Deborah's body remained for weeks until Kaylee Casorso's conscience got the better of her, and she blew the whistle.
I don't think that Jason really ever thought that he would get caught for anything, because that's how he functioned in his daily life.
He is absolutely a pathological liar.
The lies don't stop, even in police custody.
No, I didn't kill Debbie. Not on purpose and not on accident.
But once cops show him the surveillance video from U-Haul, Walmart, Home Depot, and the pile of evidence against him, Griffith changes his story, claiming self-defense.
He was sobbing. He was very, very, very upset. The only thing that was missing, actual tears.
It took 2.5 days for a jury to convict Jason Griffith of second-degree murder.
I should have said something, but I didn't.
Griffith was sentenced to only 10 years in state prison. The dancing Romeo in a cell entertained by the lies dancing in his head.
Jason still to this day has no remorse and doesn't feel like he did anything wrong to his friends or to these women or even to Debbie.
Griffith came up for parole, but his appeal was denied, and he remains behind bars. Colombo avoided being charged by agreeing to testify.